Sports. We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
In the last hour, Glenn Perkins has learned he'll represent the Twins next week in Major League Baseball's All-Star Game in Cincinnati, his third consecutive trip. Brian Dozier did not make the cut, but he's been selected as one of the final vote candidates in the American League. Dozier, more than deserving of your vote. Cast your ballots early and often. Twins would love to send a pair of players to Ohio next week. From Target Field, the Twins back after 10 games on the road to open a 3-game series with the Orioles. Welcome to Twins Baseball on Fox Sports North. Glenn Perkins was as close to a lock to making the All-Star team as anyone on this roster. 27 saves and 27 save opportunities, tying Joe Nathan's club record, Roy.
He wasn't close to a lock. He was an absolute lock. As dominating a closer as there is in the game this year, 27 for 27, mind-boggling really, on 1.31 ERAs to see there. It's just absolutely astonishing what he's done this first half of the season. Let's just hope he gets a chance to close out the National League in Cincinnati again this year like he did last year here at Target Field.
Brian Dozier's delivered time and time again this year, Roy.
Well, you look at his stats as a second baseman, and it's really too bad that he's not in on this All-Star roster. Certainly deserving as one of the best second basemen in the game. There's no doubt in my mind that that's true. When Jose Altuve was voted in, and Jason Kipnis with his very high, lofty batting average was voted in second, and Brian forced to compete with everybody else in the American League, and it was tough duty, but we can vote for him.
We sure can, and we certainly will. Up next, Dick and Bert examine tonight's matchup on the mound where Phil Hughes looks to resume his role for the Twins. Twins baseball is back at Target Field.
Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. It's the start of a 7-game homestand. The skies are clearing at Target Field. It'll be the Orioles and the Twins starting a 3-game series. Wei-Yin Chen, the left-hander for Baltimore, will start for the Orioles, and Phil Hughes will start for the Minnesota Twins. And we welcome you to Target Field. Dick and Bert with you. You're busy.
I'm tweeting for Brian Dozier.
You're voting for Brian Dozier. Well, let me then tell you fans, you viewers, to do the same. But also, as we've seen in baseball over the years, the teams that get into the second half of the year, play better, pitch better, they're the teams that get into the playoffs. And to that end, Wei-Yin Chen and Phil Hughes both hope to lead their teams to the postseason.
Yeah, for Hughes, you know what? He has been outstanding. You can go back 11 starts where he's 7-2, but we'll go back to his last 5. 3-1, very good earned run average. I think what we're seeing out of Phil Hughes is a Phil Hughes we saw last year. Doing a great job of pounding the strike zone. Doesn't walk anybody, and very aggressive, and he has to be against a very good Oriole hitting ball club that likes to hit the long ball. And for the Baltimore Orioles, it will be Chen. He has been outstanding, as well as Hughes. 3-0 over his last 5 starts. This guy has not given up but 4 runs only 1 time in 15 outings. So he is probably the ace right now of the Baltimore Orioles staff.
The Twins hope to go into the All-Star break with some momentum for the second half. They've got a couple of teams with similar records coming to Target Field to play, starting with the Orioles tonight. Twins are hoping that Phil Hughes is in the front end of an extended good roll. He finished the month of June with 3 wins in his last 3 starts, and he takes them out here for his first July start. The Twins with a homestand that consists of the Baltimore Orioles for 3 games, and the Detroit Tigers, another team with a similar record to the Twins, come in for 4 games. And that is the hope, that they'll play well in this homestand and kind of set the stage for what they hope will be a good second half.
Yeah, you know what, the Twins want to catch the Kansas City Royals. They split that 4-game series. There's Buck Sherwalter right there. His club, the record 43-39, the same as the Twins.
The Menards batting order for the Orioles: Manny Machado, Jimmy Paredes, Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, J.J. Hardy, Chris Parmalee, Jonathan Scope, and David Lowe.
Phil Hughes on the mound. He's making his 17th start. We talked about the last 3 starts, the last 5 starts. You can go back to 11 starts for Phil Hughes since May 4th. 7-2 with a 4.11 ERA. And the Twins, more importantly, over that span, are 8-3 when he starts.
Machado fouls the first pitch off his left ankle. I was going to say celebrating his 23rd birthday today, but bang one off your shin, the 23rd birthday. But if you bang one off your shins right away, he's not thinking about celebrating right now.
Machado, yeah, only 23 years old, already his 4th season wearing an Orioles uniform.
And to center field, it'll be chased by Hicks. That ball's hit deep and gone into the seats. Machado fouls one off his ankle, hits the next pitch to right center field, and it's a quick 1-0 Oriole lead.
And that is home run number 100 for the Orioles on the season. 4th most in the American League for Machado, his 18th home run. Take one on your birthday, off the ankle. And then you catch up to a Phil Hughes fastball and take it the other way. And it's an early, quick 1-0 Orioles lead.
20th home run allowed by Hughes, only 16 given up last year. And now here's Jimmy Paredes, and he slashes one foul off the tarp.
Paredes has been a good find for the Orioles. They got him from the Kansas City Royals last year for cash consideration. Having a very solid year.
Short left, Rosario is there for the first out. And that'll bring up Adam Jones. Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Rosario is in left. Aaron Hicks is in center, and Torrey Hunter in right. Trevor Plouffe at third, Danny Santana, Brian Dozier up the middle, Joe Mauerme at first base, and Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. Still feeling that first pitch, and Phil Hughes not feeling too good about the second pitch. Here's Jones, named as an all-star reserve for the Orioles. He goes after the first pitch, pops it up near the Oriole dugout. Plouffe near the railing, and Suzuki near the steps. Neither could make the play.
I think John Russell right there, the bench coach, almost got hit by the ball. Well, Adam Jones, this will be his 5th all-star appearance.
Suzuki
let go of the bat right over the head. There's Russell right there.
4 pitches, 4 swings by the Orioles.
Well, and that's kind of the game plan against Phil Hughes. Everybody knows he's going to throw strikes.
Actually 5 pitches, 5 swings. And there's another swing.
And that's what he needs to start doing right there. Good breaking ball.
Two strikes to Jones. Two teams with identical records coming into this game today.
Orioles have seen a lot of Phil Hughes over his career. Of course, most of that with the Yankees. For Phil, he's making his 20th career start against the Orioles. His 23rd game, he has a career save against the Orioles. But 8 wins, 5 losses, an ERA right around 4.5.
2-2.
Jones in his 8th season with the Orioles. Came up with Seattle back in 2006.
Popped up short left again. Santana backpedaling. 2 down. Adam Jones brought over by then Oriole general manager, now guy running the Phillies, or will be running the Phillies at the end of the year, Andy McPhail, who's been given a lot of credit for turning some key trades for the Orioles to get them to the point where they could contend.
Yeah, the Orioles back in 2008 in February traded Eric Bedard and got Adam Jones. Pretty good trade. Well, they're swinging, aren't they?
7 swings according to the board. I've got at least one more. 1 strike to Chris Davis. Moved to the outfield now. There's another swing, another foul, 2 strikes. Davis moved to right field when the Orioles designated for assignment former Twin Delman Young.
Also, Chris Parmelee coming up. He was red hot in AAA, and that kind of they want to put Parmelee at first base, a little better glove than Davis, and he had played the outfield before. Chris Davis did.
1-2.
He was 29 years old, making his 17th start.
Time called. Up high.
Yeah, with the addition of Irvin Santana put into the rotation, now it's 6 days between starts for Phil Hughes. He last pitched last Tuesday in Cincinnati in an 8-5 win over the Reds.
Tap to the right side, and Santana cuts in front of Dozier. That ends the first. Second pitch of the game, hit for a home run. The first pitch of the game inflicted significant pain to the Baltimore third baseman. Pain notwithstanding, it's 1-0 Baltimore. Games into the schedule. The Menards batting order here tonight for the series opener. Brian Dozier leading off. Torrey Hunter batting second. Joe Mauer, Trevor Plouffe, then making his target field debut, Miguel Sano, Eddie Rosario, Aaron Hicks, Kurt Suzuki, and Danny Santana.
And his 29-year-old Waylon Chin on the mound, making his 16th start. He's allowed only 4 runs in only 1 start this year. He has been outstanding. Very good 2.84 earned run average.
And Dozier goes after the first pitch, pulls it foul, 1 strike.
Hey, Twin fans out there, you gotta get together and vote for this guy right here. He's the final 5 that you get to vote for. Brian Dozier's having a heck of a year. He deserves to be at the All-Star game.
Right now, only 1 Twin is going, and that's Glenn Perkins. Swinging another foul, 2 strikes. Dozier on a list of 5 final candidates, and the top vote getter will get an All-Star berth. Perkins advocating for his second baseman. Tapper to short. Easy play for Hardy, who stumbles a little bit but makes the play. 1 away. And that'll bring up Torrey Hunter. Northland Ford defense for the Orioles. Low, speedy left fielder Jones, very good in center. Davis in right. Machado, Hardy, Scope, Parmelee, Wieters around the mound. Scope just being activated from the disabled list on a rehab assignment yesterday.
Yeah, the young man from Curacao was part of the WBC team that I had the honor of being a pitching coach for. Did a great job for us.
1 strike to Torrey Hunter. And now 2 strikes.
You know, as we showed the defense of the Orioles, I always think of going back to the days of Brooks Robinson and Mark Belanger.
Paul Blair.
They had so many Gold Gloves. Andy Etchebarren behind the plate. Elrod Hendricks. Boy, they had Boo Powell. Orioles have always taken pride in good defense, good.
A high drive to left field, and Torrey Hunter's just tied the game.
A second deck shot for Torrey Hunter.
Home run number 13 for Hunter, and the Twins answer quickly after the Machado home run.
For the Twins, their 67th home run. High breaking ball from Chen and Torrey Hunter. Good swing. Second deck. 1-1 ball game.
And that'll bring up Mauer.
For Chen, that's the 16th home run he has given up in 95 innings.
Strike on the outside corner. One strike to the Twins' first baseman, and he checks his swing. 1-1. Yeah, the Orioles hitting their 100th home run tonight. For the Twins, their 67th. So by my math, the Orioles hit 3 home runs for every 2 home runs that the Twins hit. On the ground, Scope backhands, 2 down.
That Minnesota math, I'm telling you.
For Hunter is 13th. Second on the team to Dozier, and that'll bring up Trevor Plouffe. We were talking in the open about, you know, there's a big logjam. A lot of teams with similar records to the Twins, and eventually there will be separation. And the Orioles know all about that. We saw the Indians do it a couple of years ago. You're where you're at right now. You're in contention, but you need to find a way to play better in the second half. The teams that'll get to postseason are the ones that'll have a better second half than first. And so the Twins' hope is that the starting pitching will continue to perform as it has, and that the lineup will find a way to score more runs.
But you want to get in that position at the All-Star break, so the second half will keep you in the race. And the Twins really been able to do that. We see the records of the Twins are 6th right now, tied with the Orioles, or 5th as far as most wins.
Inside, there are only 4 teams in the American League with a better record than the Twins, but there are so many teams with a similar record that can change now on a nightly basis. Orioles and Twins have the same record. The Tigers a game and a half behind the Twins. Plouffe takes ball 4, and that'll give Sano a chance.
Batting 5th, designated hitter number 22, Miguel Sano.
We have seen the major league debuts of Mr. Rosario, Buxton, and now Miguel Sano in his first at bat at Target Field. Distinguished himself quite nicely in Kansas City. Really hit the ball hard. And he takes strike 1. Six hits, 15 at bats, a couple of doubles, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. A couple of runs batted in. Up and in, 1-1.
Chen, a left-hander that will work right-handers inside. Opponents hitting 237 off him coming into this ball game. Right-handers on left-handers right about the same, right at 237.
Fouled away, and it's 1-2. Buxton has to watch. They spent a lot of time together, Buxton and Sano did last year when they were each unable to play baseball, rehabbing injuries. 1-2. And now outside. Teammates earlier this year in Chattanooga, and now they're both at the major league level. Buxton, of course, on the disabled list.
4 straight fastballs so far to Sano.
Full count. Rosario on deck. Plouffe will leave early from first. Parmalee will still hold him. Among his hits this year, the 6 hits, Sano has an RBI single to right field down the line. A couple of hits to center. 3 hits to left. Foul back.
Good swing.
He just looks like someone you wouldn't want to have to throw a strike to.
Well, you see Chen right now just going right at him with the 92 to 94 mile-an-hour fastballs. Chen also a slider, slow curveball. Well, I think that's the one that Torrey Hunter hit out, and a changeup.
Struck him out with a high fastball. Each team with a solo home run in the first. It's 1 apiece. If they had a special category like an elder statesman spot for the All-Star team, you could put Torrey on that and put him up to maybe with some other people like David Ortiz or some of the other great stars of the past. Let fans vote on the elder statesman to see if they can get one more shot at an All-Star game.
That's a great idea.
Matt Wieters will lead off the second for Baltimore against Phil Hughes. Ball 1. And now a ball hit to left center field, and Rosario plays it on a hop, a soft liner for a leadoff single. And let's go to Marnie Kellner.
Guys, just before 6 o'clock tonight, Glenn Perkins found out that he will be going to the All-Star game for a 3rd consecutive year. Perkins talked about what that honor means to him.
I'm excited. You know, it's an opportunity to represent Minnesota. You know, the people of Minnesota and the Twins and my teammates. You know, we've had a really good first half. So it's a little disappointing that there's not more. You know, I think we have some deserving guys, but you know, I'm thankful to you know, Ned Yost and whoever else was involved in getting me on this team. It's an honor to share the clubhouse in a field with the best players in baseball.
Perkins said that he found out about the honor when Paul Molitor made the announcement at a team meeting in the clubhouse, and then he said a couple guys congratulated him. Then it was business as usual, on to a scouting report for these Orioles hitters. And Dick Perkins said, it's great, it's a wonderful honor. We got some work to do here.
Well, thank you, Marty. That's the case here. You've got this Oriole team, and they're fighting in the American League East. The Tigers right on the heels of the Twins. This is a really important homestand. Just happens to be right in front of the All-Star break. 2 strikes to J.J. Hardy. And he takes a called third strike.
That little cutter. Yep. That's what we mentioned in the open. That pitch, I don't think he had that as well in April as he has it now. Excellent control of that cutter. Just clipping the corner. And J.J. Hardy takes it for strike 3. First strikeout for Hughes.
And here's a good friend, Chris Parmelee, who found a new organization with the Orioles. Orioles strike 1 with Hughes hitting the outside corner with that cutter. The Orioles were faced with the dilemma of having to call Parmelee up or risk losing him to another organization. He had an opt-out clause in his contract.
And he was hitting well down in AAA too, hitting over 300 with some pop. And he brought that pop right away with him. 4 home runs for Parmelee already. The guy that was a Twins #1 pick back in 2006. Chino Hills, California, 20th pick overall by the Twins in the 2006 draft.
2 strikes.
Let's put the shift on for Parmelee. Now, Phil Hughes has had only 5 double plays turned behind him. He's not Pelfrey. He's not Gibson. See if he can get a ground ball here, though.
And just outside with a ball. 1-2. Parmelee jumped into the Baltimore lineup, hit a couple of home runs in his first game, and essentially forced the Orioles' hand. And they made their play. They added Parmelee and designated for assignment Delman Young. So one former Twin replaced another. Driven to the left field corner and foul.
Yeah, for 4 seasons, Chris Parmelee wore a Twins uniform. 273 games he played in. Hit .249. Hit 24 home runs.
And Chris Davis now more of an outfielder. Chris was always a superior defensive first baseman. Didn't get a chance to play that much with the Twins. He first came up. The Twins had Justin Morneau, and then they transitioned Joe Mauer to first base. Up and away, and it's 2-2. And yet a versatile player to have, because he can play some in the outfield, as the Twins had him do. 2-2 to Parmelee in a tie game. And another foul. An important decision for the Orioles. You can imagine if Parmelee was out there, the Detroit Tigers would have been very interested in him, with Miguel Cabrera's injury that will keep him out for about a month and a half. An ankle sprain, or calf strain, I should say. Two and two. Chopper right side.
There we go. Double play.
Dozier to Santana. Over to Mauer. There's a double play, and Hughes faces just 3 men in the inning.
Got the ground ball.
The Minnesota Twins are kicking off their 5th annual Hope Week. That's a week that's dedicated to giving back to the community. And how about this activity? Led by the Twins and Delaware North Sports Services, 50 volunteers got together to make 50 dressers. They brought in all these materials, the wood, the drills, the screws, all of that, to Target Field right on the concourse and set up kind of a makeshift factory to build dressers that will go to families who are transitioning out of homelessness. Just one activity that's part of Hope Week, which lasts all week. Dick and Burke.
All right, thank you very much, Marty, with nice. Rosario flying out on the first pitch. Good casting, by the way, too. TC in charge of getting rid of the styrofoam. I don't know that I'd want TC to be handed power tools. I think it's an accident waiting to happen. One down. That'll bring up Aaron Hicks. Hicks hit his 2nd home run of the year yesterday. A long blast to left field as a right-handed batter. And he takes strike 1. Both starting pitchers give up a lot of home runs. Hughes has already given up his 20th. That leads the American League. Chan has given up now 16, and that's tied for 4th in the American League. And an off-speed pitch floats over the outside corner, 0-2.
Yeah, good breaking ball right there by Chen. Born in Taiwan, signed by the Orioles in 2012.
That's lifted foul over the Twins dugout.
This is his 102nd major league start with the Orioles. 39 wins, 28 losses, an ERA under 4 at 3.70.
Outside, 1-2. A deep drive to left center field. And Aaron Hicks with a long blast into the bullpen.
Well, back-to-back home runs in days for Aaron Hicks. Hit one off a left-hander, Danny Duffy, yesterday. And that was a no-doubter. As soon as it left his bat. Aaron Hicks catching up to a fastball down.
On and away.
Wow, good swing right there by Aaron Hicks. 3rd home run of the year.
2-1 Twins lead, and now here's Kurt Suzuki. Thing that's happened, and of course Sano is off to a good start, so he's kind of forced the issue. But it's not just that the Twins have these young, inexperienced hitters in the lineup in this hope for pennant race, but they're starting to move up in the batting order. Sano now hitting 5th, Rosario 6th, Hicks moving ahead of Suzuki. And showing some pop in the last couple of ball games. 2 strikes quickly to the Twins catcher. And in the dirt. The season series has these 2 teams playing this 3-game series, and then toward the end of August the Twins are in Baltimore for 4 games. Chopper to short. Another easy play for Hardy. 2 down. That'll bring up Santana. Wednesday, the Timberwolves are opening the doors to Target Center for the Wolves Summer Showcase. Watch number 1 overall pick Karl Anthony Towns and Minnesota's own Tyus Jones take the floor for the first time to scrimmage with Rookie of the Year Andrew Wiggins and slam dunk champion Zach LaVine before the Wolves head to Vegas for the NBA Summer League. Doors open at 6:30. Visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on upcoming events for details. Here's Danny Santana taking ball 1. Fouled back.
We have just not seen the power out of Santana that we saw last year. 7 home runs last year.
A lot of hits and a lot of extra base hits, doubles, triples, even a few home runs down and in. Santana has a dozen extra base hits among his 45 and a slugging percentage of under 300. Much better from the right side of the plate than the left. And he takes ball 3 with Dozier on deck. Twins have taken 1 walk against Chen. Trevor Plouffe took a 2-out walk in the first. Fouled back. One thing that will help Santana, at least the hope is, it will help him. The Twins have a center fielder. And Santana, when he plays, figures to play at short. And as uneven as his first half was at that position, I can't imagine things would have been helped with him moving to the outfield, back to the infield, back to the outfield, back to the infield.
Well, he's such a good athlete. You know, Santana, he has committed 13 errors, but a lot of throwing errors.
And of course, Buxton hopes to come back in about a month. Popped up behind second base. Center fielder Jones has it measured. Twins are done in the second, but another solo home run, this time off the bat of Aaron Hicks, and it's 2-1 Minnesota. Lineup in a big way in his first at bat.
Yeah, he was swinging it back good down in April, but then hurt his right knee and put on a disable. Is just activated yesterday. His first at bat. See you later.
And Hughes with an off-speed pitch, a breaking pitch, getting a swinging strike 1. It'll be Scope, Lowe, and Machado in the Oriole third. 1-1.
Scope was our third baseman in the WBC for the Dutch team. Hit a big 3-run home run against Taiwan that let us advance to Japan, the next level.
Scope keeps looking for Hughes' fastball, and he hasn't given him one yet. 1-2.
Jonathan Scope from Curacao, 23 years old. This is his third season with the Orioles.
One and 2 from Hughes to the leadoff man here in the third. Another breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2. Orioles, like the Twins, like the Royals, like just about everybody, they've struggled in the summer months scoring runs. They scored 9 yesterday, but by and large this has been a lineup that has scuffled to score runs. Tapped up the line foul.
Yeah, they've lost 4 out of the last 6 ball games played. Lost 2 of 3 to the Chicago White Sox. Prior to that, the Texas Rangers won 2 of 3.
Two and two. Hughes trying to get the leadoff man on the third. And a foul tip. Orioles a game behind the Yankees. And the American League East is riveted as we are in the Central, and the Twins' pursuit of the Royals with the Tigers right behind them. The American League East is incredible. Second half of the season now, 6 games separating the last place Red Sox from the first place Yankees. On the ground hard and past Plouffe into left field. Good at bat for Scope. And the Orioles have their 3rd straight leadoff hit against Phil Hughes. Time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag NorthDataStrongFan, and you might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. David Lowe, the number 9 batter for the Orioles.
Let's see how the Twins play defensive here. You want to take the bunt away from Lowe. Very speedy outfielder.
Plouffe in on the grass at third.
Twins saw a little bit of Lowe when he was with the Kansas City Royals in his 2nd season with the Orioles. He was always the 4th outfielder in Kansas City, getting a chance to play here a little bit more.
One and 0 to David Lowe. Crack foul, 1-1. Lowe kind of got squeezed out in Kansas City. The Royals had Gerard Dyson as their spare outfielder, who can also be an effective pinch runner. And David Lowe, a fast guy, he just doesn't have Dyson's speed. One and one. There goes the runner, and Suzuki's throw handcuffs Dozier with Santana unable to corral the throw, and it sailed all the way to Dozier. And I don't know if it got him in the midsection or where, but it's a stolen base for Jonathan Scope.
Yeah, Brian Dozier backing up the play. Scope stealing his first base of the year. And Suzuki's throw high, just out of the reach of Santana. Hopefully Dozier got a glove on it.
2-1 with the tying run at second, nobody out.
7 stolen base against Phil Hughes in 9 attempts.
Lifted foul, 2-2. 4 other games in the American League today. Detroit will play in Seattle. Tampa Bay and Kansas City actually postponed. They've had tornado warnings in the ballpark area in Kansas City tonight, so they banged that game. Houston leading Cleveland. And what will be the fastest game played tonight, Toronto will be playing in Chicago. Mark Burley against Chris Sale. 3-2 to Lowe. Burley the fastest pitcher alive, and Sale's right behind him.
Yes, he is.
Machado on deck. Orioles trying to build an inning here in the third with the Twins up a run. Hughes with just 10 walks on the year. And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout. What looked to be a high cutter.
Yeah, I'm sure Lowe looking something out over the plate, and the ball ended up and in. And a good high fastball. And Lowe swinging through it. So Hughes picking up his 2nd strikeout.
And that'll bring up Machado.
Machado's leadoff home run. That was the 4th time this season he's done that. Led off a game with a home run. Machado healthy this year, off to a very good start. Last couple of years, both his knees had surgically repaired. A couple years ago, his left one. Last year, his right one.
Strike 2. pitch around the leadoff single and stolen base, trying to protect a 1-run lead. Just missed the corner with the front door cutter. 1-2.
Machado making his second All-Star appearance. He made it last year. Excuse me, 2 years ago.
Now 2-2. As the Twins bring up all these young players, what they're hoping is at least one of them does what Machado did. Have an impact in terms of numbers, but also play the game like a veteran. From the time he was called up, he didn't look like a rookie or an inexperienced player at all. And now another 3-ball count. He's just missed the outside corner there.
Yeah, Machado, just 23 years old today. Made his major league debut in August of 2012.
It's right down on the fringe of the strike zone.
It's a strike.
Full count. Pulled hard and foul.
Machado already a career high as far as home runs with 18. Last year he hit 12 in 82 ball games. 2013, when he made the All-Star team, he hit 14 home runs, hit 283 in 156 games.
And a walk filling first base, and that'll bring up Paredes.
The Orioles over the last 30 ball games, 20-10. Best in Major League Baseball. Bruce Davis knocking in a lot of home runs as Manny Machado is.
Bullpen has been outstanding. O'Day and Britton named to the All-Star team today.
Britton 23 saves on the year. Very, very solid bullpen.
Paredes with runners at first and second and 1 down. He's got a ground ball double play to get out of the second inning. He'll take another one here. And he misses the inside corner. Pitch count climbing for Hughes already. He's only gotten 7 outs, and he's thrown 47 pitches.
Yeah, this will be pitch number 22 this inning.
Swing and a miss.
Took something off the fastball right there. Neil Allen keeping an eye on his starter.
Now 2-1. Paredes, an interesting case study as we talk about players and how they need time, and your worst fear as an organization is to give up on players too early. The Astros pretty much gave up on Paredes, tried to send him through waivers. The Royals picked him up, and then he was purchased by the Orioles. Tapped to the right side and foul. So Paredes, who had 242 at bats with the Astros, didn't hit much, but was considered a perennial prospect, much like J.D. Martinez was. And now the Astros, as good as they are seeing Paredes excel with the Orioles, and Martinez making the All-Star team for the Tigers. 2-2. He was trying to pitch out of a jam in the 3rd inning. Over the Oriole dugout.
Paredes DHing here tonight, but he can play the infield, he can play the outfield. Just 26 years old, from the Dominican Republic. Adam Jones on deck.
Another 2-2. Breezed him up and in, and it's a full count. Hughes has been good. 6 2/3 innings in his last start, 8 innings in his 2 starts prior to that. And some trouble here in the 3rd inning. High fly to right center field. Hicks started over. Now he's going back and on the track makes the catch. Here's the throw to second base. And not quite handled on one hop by Dozier. So both runners advance. Machado to second and Scope to third.
Well, went a little bit further, I think, off the bat than Hicks anticipated. So he had to go to the track to make that catch. Brady's hitting this ball sharply. You see where Hicks is playing. He has to go back. He kind of cut across and then went straight back. The ball back in, but both runners advance.
You don't see Aaron take a route like that very often. 2 in scoring position, 2 out. Hughes got Jones on a pop-up to short left field his first time up. He'll try to get him here and strand 2 men in scoring position. Foul back, 1 strike. A lot of people think the Orioles should be the favorite to win the division. They were preseason favorites for a lot of people. There isn't anything about the first half of the year that would discourage anybody from thinking that they will emerge as the best team in the division. 1 strike to Jones. Popped up and Suzuki back near the screen and making the catch. A big out. In fact, a pair of big outs, getting Paredes and Jones to strand 2 on the bases. And Brian Dozier will lead off the 3rd when we come back. To the All-Star team and is still available or eligible to go. However, if you do your part, vote Brian Dozier as the final American League All-Star. Go to twinsbaseball.com/vote. Cast your 2015 Esurance MLB All-Star Game final vote. Dozier takes strike 1. You can vote right now. Voting ends at 3 p.m. Central on Friday from your mobile device. If you're watching, you got your phone with you. Text A3 to 89269 to cast your vote. That's down the line. Foul. Again, that's A3 to 89269. Brock Holt is on the All-Star team this year. He's a utility player and a good one for the Boston Red Sox. And Brian Dozier's not. There's another one tapped foul. Now, in Holt's case, he's representing the Boston Red Sox.
Right,
he's the only player on the Red Sox with all those former All-Stars. He's going to go having hit .295 with a couple of home runs and 21 runs batted in. 2 strikes to Dozier, and he takes outside. And I've always been and always will be a fan. Every team should be represented.
I agree.
It just so happens that Holt, with much more modest numbers than Dozier, will get the nod to represent the Red Sox.
But there's some other guys. It's always this time of the year. I mean, you look and there, you could say, you know, there's 3 or 4 or 5 other guys that could also go.
And in case you're wondering, of course, 4 Kansas City Royals were elected to the starting squad. 2 more were added today. Kelvin Herrera and Wade Davis, 2 relief pitchers.
Very deserving.
But that took a spot. That took a spot from someone else. They've got great numbers. Full count. And Dozier, falling behind 0-2, ends up drawing a walk.
Chen walking his second batter in the ball game. He walked Trevor Plouffe in the first inning.
Three solo home runs hit in this game, and a fly ball that went a lot deeper than anyone thought. Torrey Hunter hit his home run to tie the game in the first.
And then Aaron Hicks gave the Twins a 2-1 lead with his 3rd home run of the year.
Swing and a foul. Teams don't do much running against the Orioles. Matt Wieters has recovered nicely, they say, from having Tommy John surgery. Remember, he was named to the All-Star team at Target Field here last year, but couldn't play because he needed Tommy John surgery. Well, he's back, and he's thrown out 2 out of 5 attempted base steals.
Yeah, they were very careful with him. He wasn't activated until June 5th. Make sure he was ready.
A little pop-up near the home plate area, and Wieters puts Hunter away with a foul pop catch. 1 down. That'll bring up Mauer. Dozier's deck is back on August 29th. Special offer includes a Skyline deck ticket and a Dozier blaze orange and camo jersey t-shirt. Portion of the proceeds from every ticket sold will benefit Pheasants Forever. Call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com/Dozier's deck and get your tickets today. Mauer with a ground ball to second his first time up. And he bunts up the line, and it'll be a base hit.
Why not?
And Paul Molitor, I'm sure, happy to see that, hoping that some other players take note. The Orioles shifting Mauer, and he's tried this a number of times and succeeds here in the 3rd.
Yes, he has. He has been successful doing this. You see where Machado was playing, almost where a shortstop was. And all you have to do is just get the ball down and keep it fair. It's exactly what Joe did.
Twins saw Mike Moustakas and Eric Hosmer both do it in the same inning in Kansas City. Here's Plouffe. Again today, before regular batting practice, players working on bunting. Rosario, Santana, Hicks. Tapped to short. It's going to be tough to stay out of a double play here. And Plouffe bounces into another one, ending the 3rd inning. We head to the 4th. It's 2-1. Century Link, your link to what's next. By NorthlandFord.com and your local Northland Ford dealer. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. 3 solo home runs, 2 for the Twins. They've got a lead as we go to the 4th. Chris Davis will lead things off. Twins shifting him right away with 3 infielders on the right side. Davis hit one into the shift with Santana, the shortstop, cutting in front of Dozier, the second baseman, to throw him out in the first. Up and in, 1-1.
Not too often you see Phil Hughes needing 29 pitches to get out of an inning. He's usually pretty good at throwing strikes and getting off that field quickly, but that's what he needed to get out of the 3rd inning.
That's lifted to left field, and Rosario comes in. First time Phil Hughes has gotten the leadoff man. He gave up the leadoff home run to Machado and a pair of leadoff singles, but now 1 away here in the 4th. Carsoup.com trivia: who are the 3 Twins players who have been selected to 10 or more All-Star games?
All we need is 1, right?
Yeah, but we've kind of a rough road trip in the trivia department, so we got a couple of make goods we need to take care of. Here's Matt Wieters, singled his first time up. The Twins shift him too. All right, situation like this is what we're talking about. Wieters, if he drops it down as Mauer did, he's got a base hit. With the infield shifted, and we saw the Royals' better hitters, each hitting around 300, do just that. And unless or until hitters are willing to do that, then they're going to, continue to hit into the shift, and batting averages and run production are all going to go down. Fouled back, 1-2.
Wieters came into the ballgame hitting .224.
See, now this is the reverse shift. This was what we saw in Kansas City as well with Kendrys Morales. Well, now with 2 strikes, the Twins, instead of getting into a pull shift, play more straight away. Figuring Wieters is the type of hitter that'll try to use the whole field instead of pulling the ball with 2 strikes. 2-2. That's how detailed this game has become in terms of scouting reports. And so Wieters drives one through a little bit more open right side of the infield for a 1-out single.
Yeah, Wieters picking up his 2nd hit.
And that'll bring up J.J. Hardy.
That's a breaking ball right here that Wieters waits back nicely. A little cutter. Went right into his swing.
I think where Phil left that, he was happy to give up a single. There's quite a bit of power. Here's J.J. Hardy, called out on strikes, his first time up. Missing the inside corner. Hardy, a former All-Star.
2-time All-Star, once with the Brewers and then a couple years ago with the Orioles.
Torrey Hunter picks it off in his shoe tops. Nice play. Getting a good break and making a catch right before the ball hit the ground.
We saw Torrey do that in that Kansas City series. Almost the identical same nice catch.
Two down. Wieters still at first, and now Chris Parmelee. Parmelee hit into a 4-6-3 double play with the shortstop Santana having to go to his right to get to the second base bag. Foul back, 1 strike. Asked Paul Molitor about Miguel Sano. Eventually he'll play some at third base. Might play third base later in this series. So I asked Paul about the Twins minor league system. And then I asked Sano too, did you shift much? It's one thing to keep in mind as Sano eventually gets some time at third base. It's a more complex position to play than it's been because of all the shifting. Just witness Trevor Plouffe. He'll be spending a significant amount of the time on the right side of the infield because of the shifting. And Miguel said they did some shifting, and Paul confirmed that in the minor leagues at AA there would have been some shifting, but not nearly as much as they will do up here.
Well, Trevor Plouffe had advantage because he was a shortstop when he signed, so you know he's used to being around there. Where
right.
Sano, you know, that's kind of a new area for him.
Only he was signed as a shortstop, but he was quickly moved from short to third base. But to spend some time on the right side of third base, of course, the Twins may do with Sano what they're doing here with Plouffe, leaving the third baseman on the left side of the infield. 2 strikes to Parmalee. And now outside.
Well, if anything, you get more exercise. Get to run all over the field.
Hughes trying to protect a 1-run lead. This will be his 70th pitch of the night. That's to center, and Hicks has got to retreat. Going back, and that ball is caught by Aaron Hicks with his back to the infield. What a catch by Hicks in center.
Great concentration, great over-the-shoulder catch.
Aaron Hicks, and a tremendous catch in center field.
I tell you what, this is one of the greatest catches you're going to see right here. Hicks going back, and I mean, the concentration and to be able to pick up the ball with your back to the infield and still able to catch that ball. Outstanding catch by Aaron Hicks. Wow. That's a wow.
Up high to Miguel Sano. Remember, at one point he had an error and it was taken away the next day, that fly ball in Texas. And that's what made that play so stunning, because we've seen Aaron Hicks make the spectacular catch, and by his standards the one that did drop in Texas was a routine ball. Just a tremendous catch for Hicks, robbing his former teammate of an extra base hit. 2-0 to Sano. A fastball and another swing and a miss.
That's the pitch right there that we've seen Sano. If you get that ball down, we've seen him drive that pitch down. Got to lay off that letter high fastball. There.
Lace to left.
Yeah. You see the difference between that previous fastball and that fastball, maybe about a foot. Boy, what a strong swing by Sano.
So I was telling somebody before, if he can stay in the strike zone, he's going to do a lot of damage.
That ball had some top spin on it as it lands sharply in front of Lowe.
Here is Eddie Rosario, hit a towering fly ball to right field, caught by Davis. And a strike. Sano's hit in every game, at least gotten one hit in every game he's played in the big leagues. Number, that's going to be a very tough play for Chen. And he makes it. What a play by Wei-Yin Chen, throwing out Rosario at first.
Yeah, he's the only one that could have made that play. Wieters has a little bit too far out of his perimeter to go get that ball. Chen has to go over there quickly, barehanded. Bang bang play at first base that the Twins are looking at right now. Good stretch by Parmalee.
Twins looked at it, thought there was nothing worthy of challenging. I'll be interested to talk with Paul about that and what his philosophy is. I think we've seen it in play. Very rarely does he want to risk losing his challenge, particularly with the team in the lead here on the play. Sano goes to second, and Hicks lifts a foul pop into the seats. Hicks fell behind, and later in the at bat with 2 strikes, clobbered one into the bullpen in left center field. Kind of an interesting inning when you think about it. If you're someone who likes to look into the future for the Twins, here Sano, Rosario, and Hicks. There's a high fly to right that'll hang in the air for Davis, and Sano's going to try to tag. He will advance an extra base, 2 down. Take a look at Hicks turning his back to the infield. And on the track with a tremendous catch.
You know, and the thing was that he almost had his looking at the bullpen of the Orioles, still trying to pick up that ball behind his head. That's unbelievable catch.
Here's Suzuki with a runner at third and 2 down. Suzuki with a bouncer to short his first time up. And a bouncer foul. Suzuki looking to pick up his 24th run batted in. Hits are even at 4 apiece. Ooh, and Danny Santana's hit by a foul ball. It got him, I think, on the helmet. He's okay. Suzuki knows all about this. He was hit by a foul ball similar to that. Was it in Kansas City, I believe, earlier this year? This was very frightening.
Thank goodness Santana's okay.
Two strikes to Suzuki. It's to short center. Jones started back. Now he's got to come in. And he makes a shoestring catch like Torrey Hunter did in the top of this inning. Sano left at third. Santana, thankfully, all right, and it's still 2-1. All the games in Kansas City were just fun games, and another fun one here tonight. Our Mountain Dew fan of the game enjoying the 2-1 Twins lead. And the first pitch off the plate to Jonathan Schoop. He singled, stole second, ended up at third base. My goodness. Danny Santana, that's frightening, and I've been on my soapbox enough about that. The ball fouled back, and now we're threatened by a batted ball.
It's okay.
Johnny Moore of the Twins fantasy camp with a catch.
He caught it barehanded. He never did that
better.
in camp.
He does it better with bare hands than he does with a glove on his hand. On the ground to Dozier, and one away.
And he gives the ball to a little girl a couple seats over. Very, very nice. Nice going, Johnny Moore.
David Lowe will bat. This has been a fun game, but the baseball highlight tonight, not Aaron Hicks's catch, not his home run, the fact that John Lester got a base hit. He was 0 for 66, and he got a base hit. He raised his batting average to not having a batting average to 0.15. Down the line, and Rosario crossed the line in foul ground, and Phil Hughes needed an inning with a couple of quick outs, and he's gotten them. Two down.
Boy, will he be bragging.
With the 0.15 batting average. Join us Saturday for a DQ sensational Saturday. The Twins taking on the Tigers. And the first 10,000 fans get a Phil Hughes bobblehead presented by Greenworks Cleaners. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets. Get your tickets today. And I think Phil's scheduled to pitch again on his bobblehead day on Saturday. One strike. The record for futility for hitting is owned by a pitcher, Dean Chance, who started his big league career 0 for 78. And I remember listening to the game in the radio, and Herb Carneal and Halsey Hall described Chance's bunt, and he was given credit for a single, and that ended an 0 for 78. Mauer and Suzuki. Mauer with a catch. And a quick 1, 2, 3 inning on 7 pitches for Phil Hughes.
Means we are in the Minnesota Lottery Winners Circle. We have $100 worth of scratch-off tickets for Miss Esther from Welcome, Minnesota, who turned 84 years old on the 4th of July and is at her first Twins game of the year. Your first Twins game at Target Field. Happy birthday, Esther.
Thank you.
How big of a Twins fan are you?
I'm a big fan. I watch them every chance I get.
You're wearing a Twins jersey.
Yes, I am.
You have a Twins purse and blanket with you.
I have a purse and a blanket with me.
So you're wearing Twins everywhere.
I'm going everywhere with the Twins.
How about a big circle from Bert and $100 worth of lottery tickets?
Bert circled me $100 lottery tickets.
Esther,
there you go, Dick and Bert.
Happy birthday, Esther.
Welcome way down in the southern part of the state. Almost into Iowa. I just wonder, on the outside of town, I bet somebody thought of this. There's a sign that says, "Welcome to Welcome."
I bet there is.
One strike to Brian Dozier. And now a foul ball. Two strikes.
Maybe if somebody's listening out there, they'll take that photo of Welcome to Welcome and send it to you.
See?
There's Welcome.
There we welcome to Target Field. I should have been into advertising and marketing. I should have.
Yeah, you missed your call.
I did miss my call.
How long have you been doing this? See, you're in the Minnesota Broadcasters Hall of Fame, and you want to get into advertising now.
High fastball, a foul tip. Dozier strikes out.
Chen picking just up his second strikeout.
There is a welcome to welcome sign on the north side of town, Esther says. Okay, yeah, it's right off of I-90, right near Fairmont, Minnesota.
Okay, if you're leaving Welcome, what do they say? Goodbye?
I guess. There's a tapper up the line and a foul ball. 2 down here in the 5th. Gorgeous night here, and the weather is clearing as we speak. It's supposed to be just gorgeous tomorrow and a day game with great weather on Wednesday. One strike to Hunter. And a home run to tie the game back in the first inning. And 2 strikes. We talked about the Baltimore bullpen, and the Twins had a stage of the game where they like to add on runs because the Orioles, like the Royals, very good when they have a lead after 7 innings. The ball hit hard to center, and Jones makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3-5 for Wei-Yin Chen. Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by McDonald's, have bold for breakfast with the new chorizo burrito from McDonald's.
Now you're saying that you already got a sign.
Yeah, somebody sent me the sign. Welcome to welcome. The city's so nice they named it twice. Here's a ball down the right field line, foul. So thank you for people who follow me on Twitter and are able to send me a picture. It's on the outskirts of town.
Do they have a stoplight?
Well, now I don't know. Now, you know, if there's a stoplight in Welcome, send that picture to Bert. You can see the shift on the outfield playing straight up. Pretty much where a third baseman would play, but now with 2 strikes, he backs up. So this is a player the Twins feel, Paredes, who is apt to bunt if you give him room to bunt. And now with 2 strikes, Kloof releases more to the middle of the infield. And 1-2.
Yeah, both starters in the 5th inning had good innings. 1, 2, 3 innings. Hughes needed only 7 pitches to get through the 5th, and Chen needed only 8 to get 3 outs. First 1, 2, 3 inning for both starters.
Paredes, Jones, and Davis. And a swing and a miss. Suzuki with the tag, completing the strikeout, 1 away.
And strikeout number 3 for Phil Hughes. Good breaking ball down. Paredes chasing it. Suzuki getting it on that first hop.
One down, and now Jones. He has popped up to short left field and then behind the plate. The key at bat. Orioles had 2 men in scoring position, 2 out. And the Orioles as a team all year long are hitting with men in scoring position like the Twins did in May. They're hitting .306 with men in scoring position, and Hughes was able to face 3 batters, Lowe, Paredes, and Jones in that 3rd inning with a man in scoring position, and he got all 3 of them out. That's hit a long way to left field, and if it's fair, we got a tie game. Fair ball. Deep to left. Adam Jones with his 11th of the year.
Yeah, you were just hoping it went foul, but instead it hit the foul pole way up high. And I guess you could say that's also called the fair pole because it did hit the screen of the pole. So home run number 11 on the year ties the game, all the scoring on home runs. High fastball.
Ooh, hit about 5 feet from the top of the foul pole. Here's Davis. And now he drives one to right field. And Hughes, who'd gotten into a bit of a groove, having retired 6 men in a row, now gives up a long home run and a ringing single.
And Davis picking up his first hit.
And now Matt Wieters. Wieters has a pair of hits, both singles. And Wieters tries to bunt for a hit, but it'll roll foul. And the Twins giving Wieters the freedom to bunt. He was a left-handed batter staring at a wide open infield and tried to drop it down.
Well, we talked, remember, when Wieters was up in the 4th inning, they had the same shift on. We were talking about why doesn't he just try and lay it down? Nobody on right there, but he tried to do what Joe Mauer did in the 3rd inning after Dozier walked. There was 1 out. Mauer laid down the ball down that 3rd base line, got a bunt single.
Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. One note on the Twins' hoped for starting rotation. The Twins announced today that Ricky Nolasco is going to get surgery on his right ankle to get that impingement out of the ankle. No word on a timetable for when he'd be able to come back.
Yeah, he had gone to 3 different specialists, and they just couldn't figure out exactly what was wrong
or how to treat it
right
without taking it out. And so apparently the decision's been made to go ahead and take the bone chip or whatever it is out of the ankle. 1-2 to Matt Wieters. Hit to left, hit pretty well. Rosario chasing it on the warning track, and he can't make the play. A long carom to Hicks, and they'll hold the runner at third, Davis. It's a double for Wieters. He has 3 hits, and the Orioles are threatening to take the lead with runners at second and third and 1 out.
Yeah, Wieters, who missed all of last year, he was voted in by the fans to the All-Star game. Again, he wasn't activated till June because of that Tommy John surgery. Fastball away, and he got underneath that, drove it all the way to that wall, and it hits off the wall, and Aaron Hicks does a good job of backing up to left fielder Rosario and gets it back in quickly. And Neil Allen on the phone out to the bullpen. Wieters having quite a night, a couple singles, now a double. So 3 straight hits off of Phil Hughes.
Infield in and inside to J.J. Hardy.
Hardy will strike out about once every 5 at bats. 41 strikeouts in 192 plate appearances.
Hughes with a nice catch on the first hop, 2 down. Well, that ball, if it had not been caught by Hughes, if it had hit him and bounced either direction, the Orioles might have had a run, but he was able to get the glove on the ball and get the out.
Yeah, the follow through of Hughes allows him to get that ball. He doesn't fall off toward first base like some pitchers do. Did a good job right here. Watch Hughes's follow through. That's a big out.
And now he'll go after Parmalee, who has bounced into a double play and then made a bid for an extra base hit over the head of Aaron Hicks, but Hicks ran it down on the warning track. Swing and a foul.
One of the best catches you will see.
One strike to Parmalee. And an off-speed pitch or cutter at the high end of the strike zone. And it's 0-2. Hughes trying to keep this a tie game.
And the crowd trying to cheer him on.
To center field, routine for Hicks compared to the last catch he made.
That's nothing.
Inning over. The Orioles tie the game on a Jones home run, but they leave 2 more men in scoring position. Strongest fan photo. Use hashtag NorthDataStrongFan and see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. We had another great game here. You know, the Twins were in position to win all 4 games in Kansas City, and I suppose you could make the case the Royals were in position to win all 4 games too, but they were just really good games. Interesting. Every pitch mattered, and now we got another one here tonight. Joe Mauer will lead off the 6th.
Really, the month of July. Remember that last game in Cincinnati was a 2-1 ball game. Then in Kansas City, 2-0, 3-2, 5-3, then 3-2 yesterday. So yeah, so far here in the month of July, a lot of low-scoring games.
1 strike to Mauer, and strike 2.
I knew that going in with Chin on the mound, because in 15 starts, I mentioned before, only 1 start this season he allowed 4 runs. I mean, that's it. He hasn't really had a bad start.
1 and 2. It'll be Mauer, Plouffe, and Sano, the 3, 4, and 5 batters for the Twins.
Orioles are 10-5 when Chen starts a ball game this year, and coming in 10 of his 15 starts, quality starts.
Foul tip. Leaders hangs on. And it's a strikeout to start the 6th.
Chen picks up his 3rd strikeout.
Coming up on Saturday, Game 3 between the Tigers and the Twins, and you can only see it on Fox Sports 1 beginning at 3 p.m. Central. Then at 6 p.m. Central, baseball night in America, the Yankees battling the Red Sox on your local Fox station. It's all this week on your home for baseball. Every Saturday, Fox and Fox Sports 1. Trevor Plouffe with a walk and a ground ball double play. Swing and a miss.
I kind of feel this game's going to be won on another home run.
Okay. And therefore, you brought that up here because
Trevor Plouffe has hit a lot of home runs here at Target Field. 8 of his 10 home runs have been hit here.
Well, the 2 Kansas City wins were done in walk-off style. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. By the way, we're in the bottom of the 6th. They're in the top of the 8th in Chicago. That game between Mark Burley and Chris Sale.
That's no surprise.
2-1. Toronto with a couple of solo home runs, leading the White Sox. And missing inside, it's 2-2.
I wonder how many strikeouts Sale has tonight.
Foul tip, and again Wieters hangs on. 2 down. And now Chen has retired 8 men in a row. The last guy to reach Sano with his 4th inning single.
Strikeout number 4. So Chen's bearing down here in the 5th and 6th inning. Last 4 outs, 3 have come on strikeouts. And we're told that Chris Sale has 5 strikeouts in 8 innings.
Sano lifts it foul, out of play. Bill told me the other day he was going to have a lot of family members here to watch his Target Field debut.
That's great.
Up high, laid off that pitch this time. Swung and missed at it a couple of times. 7 hits in 17 at bats. The only one that really hasn't been stung, the only hit, was his first hit. The little number up the 3rd baseline.
And he showed off the speed. And for a big man, he motors pretty good.
2-2. Missed the inside corner, and Rosario on deck.
This is a lot like his first at bat against Chen in the 1st inning. He challenged him with a fastball, and Sano swung through it and struck him out. All fastballs here again.
And a walk. Sano takes his 2nd walk.
They tried a breaking ball, just overthrew it. 3rd walk for Chen.
And that'll bring up Rosario with a runner on and 2 out. Butch
Davis helping Sano read the signs from Gene Glenn over at third.
Rosario 0 for 2. Inside with Rosario moving both feet to get out of the way. Again inside, Wieters was ready to throw to first base, but he lost grip of the baseball.
Chen, a tough guy to steal off of. Only 2 stolen bases in 3 attempts. 4 career pickoffs.
Two 2-0 to Rosario. There's a breaking ball over, 2-1.
Expecting a fastball, and Chen throwing a breaking ball over. Mentioned top of the show, Chen over his last 5 starts, 3-0, 2.16 earned run average coming into this game.
3-1 with Hicks on deck. Swing and a miss, 3-2. The Orioles are trying to take the gaps away from Rosario. See how far off the line right fielder Chris Davis is. And for that matter, the left fielder David Lowe.
Snow will get a running start here.
3-2 pitch. Another foul tip, again held by Wieters. Third time this inning that he's done that. And the Twins leave Sano at first base. Another close, low-scoring game.
That's a game of home runs. Starting off with a home run. Torrey Hunter tying it in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Hicks giving the Twins a 2-1 lead in the second inning. Not only a home run, also a great catch out in center field. Adam Jones tying the game with a home run, that coming in the 6th inning. And later that inning, Bill Hughes working out a second and third situation, getting that fly ball off the bat of Chris Parmelee. So a 2-2 ball game going into the 7th inning.
Scope swings and misses. And to fully appreciate Hicks's catch on Parmelee's ball in the 4th inning, you need to be reminded of the context. Matt Wieters was at first, there were 2 outs, so he was off with the crack of the bat. And if Hicks doesn't make that catch, Wieters probably scores. So we have a tie game in part because of the great catch by Hicks in the 4th inning. 1-1 to Scope. Popped up the line, and Mauer with the catch. 1 away. I'll bring up David Lowe. You can slug your way to the Home Run Derby crown. Master the free award-winning game millions are playing. Action-packed, insanely fun. Play in the Great American Ballpark, home of this year's All-Star Game, with 2015 Home Run Derby participants. Download MLB.com Home Run Derby on the App Store and Google Play. Gone in the 7th. Here's Lowe.
Trevor Plouffe coming in on the grass, take the bunt away.
Missing the inside corner. He's hoping to get 7 innings out of Hughes. On the ground, and it'll bleed through just out of the reach of Dozier. Would not have had a chance to throw out Lowe anyway had he fielded it. So it's a base hit with 1 out in the 7th.
Yeah, Lowe picking up his first hit for the Orioles. They're 8th of the ball game. Take it right back up the middle.
That'll bring up Machado. J.R. Graham and Brian Dunsing warming up. Twins activated Shane Robinson from the family emergency list today and put Ryan Presley on the disabled list. The ball lined to center, a base hit. Lowe will go to second, and he's going to try for third. Hicks with the throw. Not in time. David Lowe with a smart base running play, and his speed got him third base.
Boy, it sure did. You know what? I mean, Hicks couldn't have played it any better. He was playing a semi-deep center field. And when Lowe got to second base, he said, you know what? I think I can make it. Lowe taking off right there. Watch him just kind of kick it in right there. And a good strong throw by Hicks. But Lowe just beat the throw.
Molitor to the mound. Paredes the batter. Brian Dunsing, who had some big outs in the Saturday game in Kansas City, will be asked to get some big ones here. A couple of 1-out singles, and Hughes won't be able to complete 7. Brian Dunsing will try to finish off the inning. Tie game, he'll leave, hoping that Brian Dunsing can at least get Jimmy Paredes out, and then maybe J.R. Graham will be brought in for Adam Jones.
Yeah, Paredes a switch hitter, so Paredes will be hitting right-handed against Brian Dunsing, who's making his 29th relief appearance. He worked only one time in Kansas City a couple days ago on Saturday, 1 shutout inning. The 5-3 Twins win.
The Red A's hitting .320 from the left side of the plate, .263 from the right side. So the Twins put him in a favorable spot, at least statistically. We'll see if Dunsing can have an effective outing like he did Saturday in Kansas City.
Middle of the infield, in about halfway.
Right to the shortstop. Now to the second baseman. You can't do better than what Brian Dunsing just did there.
Now let's get him a win.
On one pitch, he gets 2 outs, and we're still tied at 2. Aaron Hicks has had quite a night. He'll lead off the 7th inning. The 1870s at the Laura Ingalls Wilder pageant every July on the banks of Plum Creek in southern Minnesota. Visit exploreminnesota.com and discover a world that's only in Minnesota. Share and tag your Minnesota experiences with #OnlyInMN. Inspiration for Little House on the Prairie, TV show from the 70s, I think, into the 80s. Michael Landon.
All right, now listen, Brian Dunsing threw only one pitch. Back on Saturday, May 16th, here against the Rays, he threw only one pitch, and he ended up getting a win. See if it can repeat here. With Aaron Hicks, a ground ball out.
One down, that'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki was at the plate, and Danny Santana was hit by a foul ball. And it looked from here as if it hit Santana on the very top of his helmet, but inches away from a potentially devastating injury. Suzuki's 0 for 2, a bouncer to short and a fly ball to center. It's been my contention for many years that they ought to just do what they do in Little League, and in this instance have Danny Santana use the third base on Dexter. The ground ball hit right at Hardy, and Suzuki retired 2 down.
This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
2 down, and now Santana.
And Chen really settling down nicely. The last hit he gave up was in the 4th inning, a leadoff single to Sano.
Look up now, and the Twins have been out hit 9-4. A strike. Well, the Twins won't have it easy. The 3 starters they're facing in this series are all coming off really good starts. They're going pretty good right now. It'll be Kevin Gausman tomorrow, and then Ubaldo Jimenez. The bouncer to the left of Hardy. He makes that play too, and the Twins are quickly done in the 7th. could fit into his rookie uniform.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that long ago.
No, it doesn't.
Corey, 19 years he's been roaming the grasses of so many different fields.
Casey Fiend into the ball game to pitch to the Orioles in the 8th inning. He'll face Jones, Davis, and Wieters.
Yeah, Casey making his 26th relief appearance. He worked on Saturday last in the Twins 5-3 win. 1 shutout inning. 17 pitches, 11 for strikes. See the only 2 walks for Casey Fiend in 25 2/3 innings.
Jones homered off the foul pole his last time up. Davis singled sharply off of Hughes following the home run. Off the end of the bat into the Twins dugout. Right through the on-deck circle, not to belabor the point, with Wieters in the on-deck circle behind the batter.
Again, these ballparks are built where, you know, home plate is right on top of the dugouts, or the dugouts are on top of home plate, one or the other.
One thing they could do here, and I don't know whether anyone's thought about it, but you could move the on-deck circle to the other end of the dugout, and it would still be closer than the on-deck circle at Fenway Park. One and one. And a foul, 1-2. Just a handful of at-bats, of course. The Orioles in the American League East. Twins in the American League Central. Jones, couple of hits, including a triple against Fiend and 3 at-bats. That was easy. Give up a line drive, stick out the glove, catch it, 1 away.
Sometimes you're just lucky. That's kind of like earlier Phil Hughes, you know, who hit that ball back to Phil that he made a nice play with the runners in scoring position. Hardy, J.J. Hardy, and right there, Casey Fiend, the follow through, kind of went right into the glove.
1 down, and here's Chris Davis. Swing and a miss. Davis with a ground ball, a fly ball, and then a line drive single to right.
That's a good pitch for Casey Fiend right there. That slow curveball, because everything else is hard. That cutter is hard. The fastball is hard. He's been working on that slow curveball.
Tap to the right side, hit right into Dozier in short right field. 2 down.
Good pitch right there. Sinker down and away.
Wieters has 3 hits before his 4th at bat. July 9th through the 12th is the Minnesota Twins Wives Organization in-game raffle. On July 11th, the Favorite Things silent auction. The raffle includes great items such as playing catch with Torrey Hunter and a custom-made Twins poker table. Silent auction includes great baskets from Twins players containing some of their favorite things. Raffle tickets sold during the games July 9th through the 12th at Gate 3, Legends Club, and Champions Club. Proceeds will benefit the Minnesota Twins Community Fund and Tapestry families. Quick trip to the mound for Kurt Suzuki to talk about Matt Wieters and how to get him out. Twins haven't figured that out yet. Pitch up, fouled it back. Now 2 strikes. Now with 2 strikes, Plouffe will dash back over to the left side of the infield. White Sox came back and beat Mark Burley 4-2. Game's over with. The game must have been in the neighborhood of what, 2 hours? Missing low, 1-2. If that, we're moving along at a brisk pace here. And
yeah,
it might be a sub 2 hour game there. Whoa! Suzuki held it.
Yes, he
and
did.
Veen headed toward the dugout. And now Laz Diaz expressing a response to the Twins dugout.
Well, again, the dugouts are so close you can't whisper anything without the umpire hearing. But
it was down and away. Fox Tracks presented by Carrier.
I see Suzuki kind of brought that glove up a little bit, trying to frame it.
And pop foul back into the seats.
Veen, 31 years old, his 4th season with the Twins. Had some shoulder issues early in late April. Activated in late May.
And now 3-2 with Hardy on deck. Time of the game in Chicago, by the way, 1 hour 54 minutes. Full count. Wieters with a pair of singles and a double.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss away here. That's where Suzuki's set, and a strikeout.
A 1-2-3-8 for Casey Veen.
As hard or harder at baseball than he does at keeping his hair right.
He's a Southern boy. I'll leave it at that. Mr. Smooth.
We make fun of his Southern accent.
He thinks he's good looking, and I think everyone else thinks that too. So he knows it, and I think that's kind of his, now it's like his MO, I guess.
MO.
So vote for the guy, will you? Here's his competition. One of those 5 guys will get voted on.
He's a lot better looking than any of the other 4. Let's go.
And we encourage you to help send Brian Dozier to the All-Star game in Cincinnati. Voting ends 3 p.m. Central on Friday. And on your mobile device, you can text A3 to 89269. That's A3 to 89269. Dozier will lead off the 8th against Darren O'Day.
Yeah, new pitcher, Chen, 7 very good innings. O'Day with that frisbee type slider, making the All-Star team for the first time in his career, his 8th major league season, his 4th season with the Orioles. He's pitched for the Angels, the Mets, the Rangers. So putting together a great year.
Dozier jabbed at it at strike 2. Got a breaking ball off the plate, couldn't reach it with Machado playing back at third base.
Yeah, funky sidearm delivery by O'Day, kind of dropping down. An incoming sidearm. Not quite like Kent DeColvey used to be, really almost drug his knuckles on the ground.
2 strikes to Dozier. Hunter and Mauer will follow.
O'Day will throw that frisbee type slider, then he'll run that fastball up. 2 straight frisbees so far to Dozier. Waiter sitting outside.
1-2.
O'Day only 18 hits allowed in 31 2/3 innings.
And breaking in front of the plate, 2-2. Told the story before. Kirby Puckett hated these guys. It was a guy who pitched for the Orioles. I think he scouts for him now. Todd Froworth. And I've mentioned to Froworth a number of times when I've seen him when he scouted Twins games. And Kirby said he was the toughest guy to hit. That's hit to left. Low is there. 1 away. No Orioles were voted to the All-Star team, but 4 were named today. Machado, Jones, and then the 2 late inning relievers, Britton and O'Day.
Yeah, all very deserving right there. Machado having a great year. Adam Jones, he's there. You know, this is his 5th All-Star appearance. Zach Britton, O'Day.
Here's Hunter, a home run, a foul out, and a liner to center. He saw a fastball he thought he could hit, but he missed.
Torrey has faced O'Day 12 times, a couple hits, one of them a triple.
Over the Twins dugout, 0-2. The reason the Royals are leading their division, and one of the main reasons people think the Orioles will emerge this year again as a division champion, it's the bullpen. Kansas City's got a great one. They've got 2 relievers going. The Orioles with O'Day and Britton going. The lowest ERA in the American League for relief pitchers. And that, a breaking ball outside, 1-2. See the Royals with a 2.03. Houston 2.71. The Orioles 2.82.
Yeah, you look, that's why these teams are where they're at, the first top teams, because of the way the game has changed. You have to have a strong bullpen. O'Day picking up a strikeout. That's his 43rd strikeout in 32 innings pitched. So that high fastball, as I was talking about, just keeps climbing the ladder from that underarm delivery. Torrey swinging through it.
What separates O'Day, what has gotten him to the All-Star game, is his ability to get left-handers out. Sometimes the sidewinders, side armors, or submariners are easier to pick up from the other side of the plate. But O'Day's really good against lefties too, and he gets ahead of Mauer, strike 1. Left-handers hitting just .211 against him.
Well, you have that frisbee type from that'll go away to right-handers. It'll go hard into lefties, but then he's got the two-seamer too that he'll throw down and away to lefties.
1-1.
Remember, we had Rod Carew up in the booth many times years ago, and we talking about Rod. What do you look for? Where do you look for the ball to come out of? And he always said the hat. Remember, most pitchers are over the top, and you look for the hat area, that surrounding area. But for these type pitchers like O'Day, you got to look at almost their knees.
Outside. The release point so much lower, and for Mauer now in the left-handed batter's box, the ball coming out of Adam Jones's jersey in center field. That's kind of where the sideline would line up. 2-1 to Mauer.
You just don't see a lot of guys that throw like O'Day.
It's hit hard to left, but Lowe is over to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 8th to the 9th in a tie game.
Twins are back home after a long road trip, and they would love to walk out of here tonight with a win. Right now, it's a 2-2 ball game, and after the game, we will bring you Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll show you how all 4 of those runs have gotten on the board, courtesy of the solo home run. Plus, the starting pitchers duel between Hughes and Chen. We'll break down that and hear from the manager, Paul Molitor, all right after the game. Dickenberg.
Thank you, Marty. Strike one. Glenn Perkins, the Twins all-star representative, comes into the game to pitch to the Orioles in the 9th. First man up, J.J. Hardy.
Yeah, 36th appearance for Glenn Perkins.
2 strikes.
And congratulations to Glenn on making his 3rd straight all-star appearance.
And Yost, when asked about the roster, said, I don't know, he's going to have to strongly consider Perkins if there's a save situation for the American League again this year. 1-2. Hardy, Harmely, and Scope. And Hardy, the bad swing and strike 3.
He missed with the previous hard-breaking ball, so Perk made the adjustment a little tighter, got it up a little bit, and Hardy swung through it.
1 down, and that'll bring up Harmely.
So Perkins striking out his 33rd batter and 35 innings pitched.
Harmely grounded into a double play in the 2nd. Made a bid for an RBI extra base hit, denied by Hicks in the 4th. And then he had a routine fly ball to Hicks in the 6th. Strike 1. And some debris on the warning track. One of the security personnel retrieves that. And we'll shut the bullpen door. Popped up weakly to the right side. Dozier wants it. Bauer wants it. Dozier with the catch. 2 down. Or Carsoup.com trivia question. Rod Carew's got to be on the list. Harmon Killebrew, I would think. And Kirby Puckett made it 10 times too. His greatest all-star game was at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Kirby Puckett was the MVP of the all-star game in 1993, getting a home run against future twin Terry Mulholland in that game. 1-0 to Jonathan Scope. 1 for 3 on the night. And now 2-0. Tommy Hunter, Zach Britton warming up. You can imagine Hunter would get in if the Orioles don't score. Britton certainly if they do. 2-1.
Scope trying to put the Orioles ahead right there. Still swinging through that high fastball.
Two and 1. 2-2. It's not just the perfect save record, but Perkins has been so efficient. He hasn't given up many base runners. Trying to have a 1-2-3 ninth. And I think that hit the bat. Foul ball, I believe.
Scope not going down to first, so must hit the knob of the bat.
It's not just ball 3. The scoreboard has ball 3. It hit the knob of the bat.
Sure did.
So we believe the count is 2-2. And now strike 3. Perkins has a quick 1-2-3 top of the 9th. Luke, Sano, Rosario. Somebody can be a hero in the bottom. endings are imposed and inflicted. Struck him out. Got him. Breaking ball got him. Finishes are earned and celebrated. Liner to center. Bourne can't make the play, and Plouffe walks off the Indians. It's the last word, the closing act, the final step, the whole point. We don't remember the start. We never forget the finish. A high fly to left field. See ya. Go on a home run as Trevor Plouffe walks him off. Glenn Perkins with a quick top of the ninth inning. There have been 2 walk-off wins for the Twins this year. Plouffe's home run in the middle of April against the Indians. And then Kenny Vargas with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth beat the Cardinals. It'll be Plouffe, then Sano, and then Rosario if we go that far against Tommy Hunter.
Tommy Hunter, 32nd relief appearance, former starter, now in that bullpen.
Plouffe fouls the first pitch back. Plouffe for the walk, ground ball double play, and a strikeout.
Tommy Hunter's allowed a couple home runs.
High fly, right center field. Jones with Davis getting out of the way, 1 down. That'll bring up Sano. Sano's 1 for 2 with a walk. His single very sharply hit to left field.
Tommy Hunter, former starter for the Texas Rangers, also did some starting when he first came to Baltimore, but since then put in the bullpen. Done a very good job out of that bullpen. Fastball, tight curveball, slider, and a changeup. Wouldn't it be fitting if he hangs one here?
Swing and a miss. And again, the Orioles trying to shut down the gaps. This is as bunched together as I've seen in outfield play. They're giving a lot of room down the lines. Swing and a foul. That time Wieters didn't hang on. It may have hit him in the mask. 0-2 quickly to Miguel Sano. Orioles version of the no doubles defense. Try to close off the alleys. 2 strikes to Sano. 1 and 2. Hoping for some 9th inning heroics. 2 and 2.
Oh, good take right there by Sano after 3 straight breaking balls.
Outside 3 and 2. The big man will have to learn to take walks.
Boy, close pitch right here. Fastball. Wow. Thank you.
Full count with Rosario on deck. He takes ball 4. Fell behind quickly 0-2, and he's taken his 2nd straight walk. The Twins will pinch run for Sano with Eduardo Nunez coming off the bench. Twins have 1 more bench player available to them, cutting back to 12 pitchers. And Sano getting high fives for drawing a walk with 1 out in the 9th. And now Rosario.
Nunez with good speed. Maybe not to steal a base, but to get to first to third and maybe beyond there.
Rosario takes outside, ball 1. Hunter now one to walk a bunch of people, just his 4th unintentional walk in 34 2/3 innings. Seen an outfield play bunched together like the Orioles. It makes sense. You know, if you think that the guy stands a better chance of getting a double to the gap, shut that down. But the lines are wide open.
That's the way Buck Showalter wants his outfield to play.
The dirt Wieters with a nice pickup and a snap through to first. At least in the case of Jones and Lowe in center and left, there's a lot of speed out there.
Wieters showing everybody right here his surgery from the Tommy John is fine. Good strong throw. Parmalee putting down a tag, but Nunez getting back safely. Eduardo at first base. He has 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts.
2-0 to Rosario. And a liner to Hardy, and Nunez does a nice job staying close to the bag. Rosario hit it hard for out number 2. That'll bring up Aaron Hicks.
That's a nice reaction by a Gold Glove shortstop right there, J.J. Hardy. Ball hit up the middle, quick reaction. Able to get that line drive before it hits the grass in center field.
Hicks, who's hit a home run right-handed, made a tremendous catch out in the center field. Now will hit left-handed for the first time tonight. Hicks has homered from this side of the plate, had much better at bats than a year ago from this side of the plate. 17 hits left-handed, including a double and a home run. Trevor May moved out of the rotation into the pen. Looks like he'll be the next guy for the Twins if we go to extra innings.
Yeah, Hicks's home run came here back on May 27th against Rick Porcello, a 2-run home run.
They pitch out.
Thinking Nunez might try to get into scoring position.
Well, Tom Kelly, when he managed, said sometimes he'd be in situations like this and he'd just kind of sit back, and if he felt that a player was having a night, just let him continue to have his night. And it's been a good night for Aaron Hicks. And he takes outside 2-0. Rather than try to send Nunez and maybe end the inning with a throw out at second base, go ahead and let Hicks have his at bat here. And if he hits a double, then it's been a really good night for him. Cut on 2-0, and it's 2-1.
A lot depends too who's on the mound right there. Hunter pretty quick home. And then Wieters, of course, very good throwing arm behind the plate.
Two and two.
Good fastball by Hunter right here that Hicks just got hit underneath. Off the glove of Wieters.
2-2 to Aaron Hicks. Nunez goes on the pitch. Fouled away. Saw the Royals walk them off twice in Kansas City. Chance for the Twins to walk off the Orioles here tonight. Two and two to Aaron Hicks. Nunez goes in the dirt. Wieters digs it out, and Nunez is in there with a stolen base.
As fourth stolen base, he gets into scoring position with 2 outs. Got a good jump. Boy, look at Wieters right there on that short hop. And still a good, strong throw over to second. And Nunez sliding past the bag, but able to keep his foot on that bag.
Nunez's speed now at second base, and the count's full to Hicks. Three and two to Hicks. To left field, hanging in the air for Lowe. And we'll go to extra innings, tied at 2. All season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. 4 solo home runs.
Manny Machado started the ball game off. Second pitch of the ball game, a home run. And then in the bottom of the first inning, Torrey Hunter, a solo home run. Then it was Aaron Hicks's turn in the second inning. Made it a 2-1 Twins lead. He had to wait till the 6th inning until Adam Jones hit a home run. A solo home run that tied it up.
And Trevor May will come into the ball game with the 2 outfielders homering. David Lowe, Manny Machado, Jimmy Paredes will face the erstwhile starter Trevor May.
Yeah, all those starts right there. 15 starts for Trevor May. He has 1 relief appearance. That came after his first start last year, making his first relief appearance. He last worked on Wednesday against the Reds, who pitched a whale of a ball game, ended up losing 2-1, but pitched 6 1/3 innings. Gave up only 1 earned run.
Twins with 6 starters, 5 spots. May relegated to the bullpen. The Twins are hoping he can, if need be, pitch a number of effective innings here. David Lowe takes ball 1. Lowe 1 for 3, singled his last time up and got as far as third base. One and one. Foul back for his part. May said all the right things and said how he truly felt, I'm sure. Just happy to be in the big leagues. Would prefer to start, but the Twins had 2 options, probably in relation to Trevor May. The ball hit to center. And Hicks coming in. He won't get there. That ball hit right off the end of the bat. And now David Lowe's aboard with his speed to lead off the 10th. Let's check in with Marty Gelder.
Well, Dick, to continue on your thought about Trevor May going to the bullpen, he said mentally it's not much of an adjustment because he's already been in the mindset of pitching pitch to pitch, inning to inning, and kind of just letting it all go. And he said physically he's got to spread his workout, and that he'll have to find a new routine, and that will be something new for him. But as far as his attitude, he said, I don't see any reason to be bitter. It's not a woe is me kind of thing because a decision was made for the good of the team. I can still contribute and help the team from the bullpen.
Well, with Ryan Presley out now, too, May would take that responsibility. That Ryan Presley, give me 2-3 good innings. Young man's got a strong arm.
Once it was determined that May would be the odd man out, the other option would have been to send him to Rochester and continue to have him pitch out of the rotation there. In the event that the Twins would need somebody, then he would be stretched out and all that. Here's Machado with a fly to center. And Hicks going back at the wall. He makes the catch. Lowe will try to tag. Here's the throw coming in off target, and Lowe advances on a 400-foot fly ball to right center field.
Machado giving it a ride to straightaway center. And Hicks has to go back, and Lowe with his speed does tag up. So a fastball right there. Machado showing off his power. That ball, like you said, 400 feet away, right at the 403 mark is where Aaron Hicks has to catch it.
Now Paredes 0 for 4. Missed the inside corner, ball 1. The Orioles as a team, we mentioned, hitting .306 with men in scoring position. Paredes doing better than that. Swing and a miss. But tonight, the Orioles are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. May will have to get Paredes, and then Jones. Trying to keep Lowe at second base.
And May has thrown 7 pitches, all fastballs. Got a very good changeup. Hard breaking ball.
Tap foul, and now he's having the count 1 and 2. Orioles with a threat. Bloop single off the bat of David Lowe, advancing on a deep fly ball. He's at second base. One and 2.
That's a changeup right there, missed away.
Got him.
Came back with another changeup.
2 down.
Right, missed with a previous changeup, came back with another one, and Paredes swinging through it.
And now Adam Jones. Jones hit the towering home run off the foul screen in left field to tie the game in the 6th. He just kind of stuck the bat out, hit a line drive caught by Casey Fiend, leading off the 8th. Breaking ball hit high and deep down the line again, and Jones says it's a foul ball. He never left home plate. He shook his right hand disgustedly toward foul territory. Just a strike. Just a long.
That's all it is, a long strike.
Frightening, petrifying strike. 0-1. And missing down and away. 1-1. Foul back, 1-2.
Good fastball there.
You can see why the Twins feel that May can be successful for the time being pitching out of the bullpen. There's plenty of fastball there, mid-90s. A changeup that struck out Paredes. And a breaking ball. One and two to Adam Jones.
You're going to throw a breaking ball. It has to be down and away.
Dug out by Suzuki. Might have been the changeup.
That was a changeup. He throws that fastball, a 94, 86 mile an hour changeup. Good stop by Suzuki. Plays that are overlooked throughout a ball game. The blocks by the catchers.
Two and two to Jones. Pulled foul. Throw another changeup. Have we seen the breaking ball?
One time to Jones that he hit foul.
Oh, the first pitch. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
He left it in. Kurt wanted it away. I've watched Jones over the years. You can get him if you throw that hard breaking ball down and away. You have to get it away, though. He'll chase it. He wants to swing the bat. Doesn't walk much. Only 16 times in 280 at-bats.
On the ground, Santana, Kamauer, and so far, so good for Trevor May out of the bullpen. In July has been a low-scoring game. We might have another one tomorrow. Kevin Gausman's been good for the Orioles. As you look at what's next, brought to you by Century Link, and Kyle Gibson bringing his ERA down to just about 3 even.
Yeah, he's coming off that great outing last Thursday, the 8 shutout inning in the 2-0 win over the Royals.
Here are the scores of the game so far in July. Twins lost 2-1. They won 2-0. They lost 3-2. They won 5-3. They lost 3-2. one of the games an extra inning game, and now it's 2-2 here in the bottom of the 10th.
Total that the Twins have scored 14 runs so far in 6 games, and the opponent only 13. So yes, very low scoring games.
Suzuki, Santana, Dozier due up here in the bottom of the 10th. Suzuki takes strike 1.
And Tommy Hunter starting his second inning of relief.
And a half swing, strike 2. Twins with just 4 hits, and the last hit they got was Sano's leadoff single in the 4th inning. Between Gene Glynn and the line.
Tommy Hunter, 29 years old. He was a Texas Rangers #1 pick back in 2007. Played his college ball out of the University of Alabama. He came up as a starter with the Rangers back in 2008.
Driven foul off the bat of Suzuki.
And he's kind of gone through what Trevor May, is going through, the experience of wanting to start, but also realizing the importance of his role in that bullpen, a guy that can go more than 1 inning.
And Suzuki takes 1-2. It's trying to get something generated here with their 8th and 9th place hitters. Santana on deck. Pop up. Hardy coming in. Machado wants it. 1 down. And then they'll bring up Santana. Santana 0 for 3. A fly to center. Come back to the mound. And a ground ball to short.
Yeah, if you're a Twins fan, you need Santana to get on right here. Get his speed on the bases.
Base runners the Twins have had since Sano's single in the 4th inning. A couple of walks, a 2-out walk to Sano in the 6th, and then a 1-out walk again to Sano in the 9th.
Yeah, see if he takes. That's what I was thinking. Take that bump with you towards second base at Scope. You just miss it. That's an area that he really has to work on and get better at. Drag bunting with him. Machado playing in on the grass at third.
A base hit to left center field. Santana's aboard. He'll take a big turn at first and hold up there. And so we'll see what the Twins do now with Santana's speed at first base.
Yeah, Twins' first hit since the 4th inning. Hunter got him a fastball up out over the plate, and Danny Santana just slapped it the other way.
A pitch up, drove it hard.
Only the 5th hit for the Twins.
And now Brian Dozier, who earlier today found out he would not be picked for the All-Star game, instead put on the extra player ballot along with 4 others. Tonight, a bouncer to short, a walk in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, a fly ball to left in the 8th. Inside, ball 1.
Dozier against Hunter. 5 at bats, 1 hit.
Inside again.
2 straight breaking balls missing inside.
Twins with 25 home wins in their first 40 home games, but only 2 walk-off wins. Twins stole a base in the 9th inning. Santana 5 of 9.
Brian likes to swing the bat, maybe a little hit and run.
Deep to left field. Back and gone.
I told you, a hit and run. Hit and run, Brian Dozier.
The third walk-off hit for the Twins. All three have been game-winning home runs, and Dozier just cranked his 17th.
How can you not vote for Brian Dozier? His 17th home run of the year is a game winner.
And for Tommy Hunter, just the third home run allowed this year, but a big one for the Twins.
That's the way to get the home stand going right there. Extra inning, 4-2 win over the Baltimore Orioles. Well, you got to pitch up. I'm counting hit and run. I'm thinking, okay, Santana take off, fastball in, and Brian knew it.
Pointing into the dugout. Saying, I'll meet you at home plate in a few seconds. 17 home runs for Dozier, leading the league in runs scored. He's driven in now 42 runs on the season.
It's a game that was decided by home runs, 5 of them in the ball game. It was the Twins with the extra home run off the bat of Dozier.
Marnie Gellner's down in the field with the home run hero.
Look at all that gum.
What a finish to this game, Brian. Congratulations. Considering that all the runs in this game were scored via the home run, it's really no surprise the game should end that way. What was it like for you to win this thing here in the 10th?
Chin threw a great ball game. He's been having a good year all year long, and he's always around the zone, and he threw a good ball game, but we pretty much mashed him with Hughes. And
Dozier.
We got to vote Dozier after that.
We got to vote Dozier. Let's go.
You did get wet.
A little bit. You were saying.
What did you ask? I forgot.
What it was like for you to win this thing in the bottom of the 10th.
Coming off the road trip we had, it didn't go as planned or whatever. But going into the All-Star break, we really needed to gain momentum and win this first one. That was huge for us.
What was the celebration like? The gum was flying, the water. What was it like at home plate?
I don't know. I'm sure Plouffe and Torrey, they doing something, throwing bubble gum, everything. We like to have fun here. That's a good thing. This is an exciting year, a good group of guys that know how to win baseball games. It's a lot of fun.
You had just mentioned the All-Star game. The picks came out today, and you're one of the finalists, the 5 finalists that we as fans can vote in. And you had said before the game, the All-Star game is not among your top list of things you want to achieve as a player. But I can imagine for these people who are standing here who would like to see that for you, that it would still be a pretty nice honor.
No, it would be a great honor, especially in some of the best fans in baseball to be able to represent them in Cincinnati. But I can promise you this, we have a good group of guys or whatever that know how to win, and it's a lot of fun. And like I said, it'd be a great opportunity or whatever, but I'm trying to figure out a way to beat the Orioles again tomorrow night, so that's it.
Appreciate it. Congratulations. What a finish here tonight, Brian.
Thank you.
Brian Dozier hits the walk-off, the home run to win it tonight for the Twins. Tom Hanneman.
Marnie, the Twins pick up where they left off 12 days ago, their last game at home with a win. Brian Dozier's walk-off gets it down. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, we'll look at the walk-off winner. Terrific duo on the mound tonight here from Molly, and we'll preview Game 2 tomorrow night here at Target Field.